It's Candice Renee, and welcome back to my channel, Surviving and Thriving the Black Experience. I want you all to just take a second, just a second, and look at the picture. It's two Black women who happen to have a light bulb shining in between them. I need you to understand that this is the purpose of Surviving and Thriving the Black Experience. It is to exchange information and to be a light, because so often we find ourselves in the dark. My conversation that I've had thus far with Miss Kimberly D has been so powerful, so monumental, and just so humbling. In this part 2, we're going to be discussing topics that might be a little sensitive. We're going to be talking about weight loss. We're going to be talking about women's reproductive organs. And we're also going to be talking about medical advice that we have in fact received ourselves. Disclaimer, this is not to state that in any way, shape, or form that we are doctors or that we are giving any type of medical advice to anyone. This is just going to be myself and Kimberly's stories of what's happened to us as Black women as we've gone through this journey of gynecological health. So without further ado, we're going to hop into the conversation with part 2 of When the Story Hits Different with Kimberly D. a woman on a mission. Kimberly, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about Fit to Sell. I'm so excited we are here because I have my own questions and things such as well that I like to know too. But what inspired this concept, and just pretty much when did your idea first take shape?
Okay, so Fit to Sell is a play off the word fitness as it relates to my personal fitness journey, as well as a combination to me being a realtor and I'm getting your home fit to sell for the market. So I personally have lost a combined total of 115 pounds.
Okay, yes, ma'am. All right.
I know. I clap it up.
We're gonna talk offline because I need to know these tips and tricks.
Oh, girl, anything you want to know, I'll let you know. So I decided, hey, this would be a good marketing thing. Like I said, anything that people consider a flaw, package it up. Then I'll tell you that. Package it up and sell it. So right. I decided, how can I take something that I did personally for my life, for my health, and incorporate that into my real estate brand? What do I do every day? I sell houses. What do I do with those houses? I get those houses fit for the market. So I get them fit to sell. And not only that, what do I do with my buyers? I get them fit to buy a home, fit to sell, fit to buy. So our slogan is making you fit to sell and fit to buy for today's market. That's the entire slogan for our brand there. And so that's how it came to be, from my fitness journey to my fit to sell, fit to buy, put it all together, and there you go.
Okay. That was an amazing concept. I think about so when you first told me about this, I was like, oh my gosh. I think about some family members who I have who are homeowners and some friends that, of course, when they first moved in, they're like, oh, where's the gym? Or where's the restaurants at? Where are all these things? And you have it in a package all ready for them. Like, hey, when you move into the house, you're not only getting this house, I'm going to tell you where you need to go for this, where you can go for that. You're taking out all the guesswork. And I think that's absolutely amazing. Like that's great. That's great. So you've been open in regards to your weight loss journey. So I'm so proud of you, hon. It is nothing like losing weight. I know when you first saw the first few pounds come off, you like, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle.
I've definitely heard that before. But can you take us back on the moment of when you felt it's time to change?
Okay, so I really suffered from hormonal imbalances my entire life. Like from the time of being 12, 13, just irregular cycles, acne, just the whole gamut. And so I really got into holistic health in my 20s because doctors, what they'll do, first thing they'll do, birth control pills. Oh, that'll solve your problem. Just take this and then that's fine. I'm like, but I'm still having problems. Oh, it's PCOS. Oh, that's fine. Oh, you'll grow out of it. But I'm still gaining weight uncontrollably, and I'm still irregular. Well, lose weight, but I'm exercising and nothing's happening, doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this is what I went through for over 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have like regular insurance, they're only going to pay for you to go to the doctor maybe once or twice before you're going to have to pay out of your pocket.
Out of your pocket. Yep.
Yeah, they're only going to run a certain number of tests. Like the real test you need, you're going to have to go to a naturopathic doctor. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
have to, and you're going to have to pay out of pocket. So I tell people, when you really get serious about losing weight, you're going to have to pay some money. You're going to have to find a holistic doctor. So I got a whole gamut of naturopathic tests ran. I needed my estrogen level, my cortisol level, my progesterone level. All these different tests ran to figure out what was going on. My testosterone was through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
My progesterone, cortisol, nothing was connecting, nothing was were talking to each other. I was allergic, deadly allergic to so many different foods that I kept eating. You know, my body was inflamed. I had gut issues. Everything was wrong. So I had to like, first of all, detox my body. I tell people you have to start supplementing with the foods that you can supplement with. And this is why you can't be following these people on Instagram that tells you get on that diet, get on that diet. Not saying that what they're saying is wrong, but if you don't know what's going on in your body, you could be eating those same foods that might be good for somebody else, but be bad for you. You know, you might have an intolerance to grains and you're eating oatmeal or something every day that's causing your body to have an inflammation reaction. Because what was going on with me, I needed probiotics to clean my system out because I was inflamed, and inflammation is causing your cortisol to raise, and cortisol is a stress hormone that's causing me to keep gaining weight. So it didn't matter what I was doing. I could be in the gym 2-3 hours, but if my body is totally in a stressed out state, it's not going to relieve the hormone that's causing me to gain weight. So once I did learn how to eat, see, now I eat fiber all the time. Like my breakfast every morning, beans and hummus. I love beans. I can't live without it because the fiber and the beans help my body relax. It helped me feel full, and I'm getting the protein. I eat meat very sparingly, so I get a lot of my protein from beans, but it works for me. You have to take food allergy tests to find out what works for you. My body craves beans. My body craves nuts. See, I can tell people to eat nuts, but then you find out you have a nut allergy. You eat a nut, then you get sick.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? That's why I tell people I can't tell you what to eat. So people listening at home, don't go out and eat beans and nuts every day, and you never.
Because you know somebody was like, Kim said, all I gotta do is eat a whole bunch of fiber in the morning with beans and nuts and be chopped up for days.
Yes, don't do it. So from this segment, if you're gonna listen to what I say, take a food allergy test. Take a food allergy test, get your complete panel hormone testing done, and find out what your body needs. Because I know what my body needs. You got to find out what your body needs. And when you find out what your body needs, you got to start supplementing with the things your body needs. That's what you have to do, because weight loss starts in the kitchen. It does not start in the gym. It starts in the kitchen. Okay. The gym burns off what you eat because it's calories in versus calories out. Because you can work out all day, but if you're not eating properly, it doesn't matter. Okay. The gym builds muscle and burns the calories that you consume. Because people can lose weight without going to the gym, but you don't want to do that because then you'll be very flabby and things like that. So you want to work out as you lose weight, you know? So you want to get
Mm-hmm.
muscle, so as you lose weight, not
Mm-hmm.
after. So that's my advice. So a lot of people, they'll say, "Oh, I'm taking these weight loss shots." If your doctor recommends that for you, I'm not telling you not to. If your doctor recommends that for you, do what your doctor say. But still, you need to go to the gym if you're doing that as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're taking weight loss shots and you're not going to the gym, you're throwing your metabolism off, okay? Because you can't stay
Mm-hmm.
on the shots forever. You're still gonna have to go to the gym. It's no getting around that. It's no getting around that.
That is so interesting that you say that. So story time.
Okay.
So I myself, I sat. So first of all, I ended up having to have a surgery because I had to have a myomectomy. So I'm going to go back on when you said that you were going to the doctor. And this, so my audience, of course, knows I'm human. I go through things as well too,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a plus size woman.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm black. So I went to several. When I tell you several different, since I was about 13 when my cycles first started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was horrific when I first started. I didn't get to just, oh, it's so cute. No, I was in horrific pain
I
when my
understand.
cycles first started. And it persisted as I got older, not because of finding my sex or anything to that extent. It just literally like I had a very thicker lining, as it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But they told me I didn't have PCOS, but I cramped horrifically
Mm.
up until when I actually passed out at home because of blood loss.
Lord.
Yeah. I thank God. I had the day before I had passed out, I had my gynecologist had called. Oh no, I went to my gynecologist to get blood work done, literally just to check and make sure I was still fertile because I'm a little up there in age and I'm just trying to see like when I do want to have children, can I?
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I passed out at home. When I came to, I didn't even realize I passed out because I was on my bed. And I was like, I
Mm.
wasn't sleepy. Like I was like,
Yeah,
what in the
my
world just
gosh.
happened? And she happened to simultaneously call me at that time, ask me where I was. I'm like, I'm at home about to get ready to go to school though, because I had class that night. And she's like, no, you're not. You need to get to the ER. She said, you've lost too much blood and you have, I think it was what, 6 platelets or however it is in your body. And you're supposed to have 13. And at 5, you can stroke out and you can be gone. So you
Oh,
need to go. So I didn't know. Like I was walking around like living my best life and stuff.
yeah.
When I say living my best life is I had actually changed my life at that point. And I don't think this had to do with it because my health journey that I had is I had went from because since I was 14, I had weighed over 300 pounds since I was
Mm-hmm.
14. My mom
Okay.
fed me good and I just never learned the proper portion sizes and things as
Yeah.
such. So as I got older, I've always had weight on me. So I've always been
Mm-hmm.
fluctuating in between jean sizes of 18 to 24, always.
Mm-hmm.
Well, long story short, I had watched, I forgot what that gentleman's name was, but he did alternate day fasting. And he was like, this is what helps me. He's like, look, I get to eat what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But I fast for 36 hours because you have to fast it off if you're going to eat like that. And
Mm-hmm.
there's days for you to exercise and days for you not to exercise. And
Mm-hmm.
that actually worked for me because I was able to check my fasting app
Yeah.
and not sponsored video, just so y'all know. But I was able to check my app or whatever, and I can like look at the time, go down, and I'll be like, okay, I'll be good. Find something else to do with your time. And I just
Mm-hmm.
became quite a bit more active. Next thing I know, in 2 months, I had dropped like 30 pounds. I was in the twos. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was like 280, my bad, 280 at the time. And I just was like, oh my gosh, like what do I do? So I ended up having to have a myomectomy because I didn't realize that I had a fibroid.
Oh.
Didn't even know that's what was growing at the
Hmm.
time. So all that to say is that I completely understand what you're saying in regards to the medical disregard for Black
Mm-hmm.
women's uteruses and things like that because I lived it.
Yep.
Um, I lived it as well. They had me on birth control. And at the time before when this bleeding was in fact happening and it was so bad and it would not stop, I was on my cycle for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I was instructed to, oh, well, just take an additional pill. At a certain point, they had me taking 4 of the birth control pills in one day
My God.
to try to get it to go down. And that's literally probably what had me bleeding out.
Yep.
So it
Yep.
was, yeah, so I almost wasn't here listening. And I'm
Oh
not saying,
God.
and so disclaimer, right? That's not
Mm-hmm.
saying for people to not listen to their providers and
Mm-hmm.
things and such. This is just giving real stories of what have
Yeah.
happened to two Black women, clearly,
Yes.
of advice that has been given. So always see if something doesn't seem right, seek another provider or seek
Mm-hmm.
additional assistance or research yourself. There's nothing
Yes.
wrong with that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just to shed a little light to that as well too.
Exactly.
Um, so uh so how did your physical transformation influence, or do you feel that your physical transformation from like losing the weight has it influenced your confidence, and or has it changed your business mindset as a whole?
It has both. It really shows me what you can do with dedication and consistency.
Okay.
And so I take that into my business and I take that with my clients as well. So I show, especially with my buyer clients, because a lot of my buyer clients deal with like credit issues
Mm-hmm.
and they feel like I can't buy a house, my credit is bad. I'm like, no, you can buy a house. Like I'm getting you fit to buy the same way I got myself fit, in my personal life. If you are dedicated to getting your credit together, or dedicated to whatever monetary issues you got going on, and be consistent with your spending habits, writing down everything that you're buying, what's going out of your house monthly, and getting a budget together, you can be fit to buy within X amount of months to buy
Mm-hmm.
your dream home. And even with my sellers, a lot of times, like if you're trying to lose weight, you're on a weight loss journey, we hold on to old habits. My
Mm-hmm.
old habit was I love bread. I was a bread connoisseur girl. I just eat bread for no reason. I might have macaroni and bread,
Oh,
spaghetti and bread. I love bread. I'm kind of South girl. We eat cornbread, cornbread for no reason. Cornbread and butter and some syrup. That was a dish.
yes.
That was a delicacy. So, but I knew it would not, go with the new version of me. I had to leave
Yes.
that bread alone. So now I
Mm-hmm.
eat bread very sparingly.
Mm-hmm.
And so for my sellers, a lot of them are hoarders. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're trying to sell a house, I cannot have a showing with you hoarding all this stuff in your house. You got to get rid of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get your house fit to sell. So sometimes we got to get rid of the old to bring in the new. So
Mm-hmm.
those concepts that I use to like eliminate all the old things that Kimberly had in order to create the new version of me, I take the same concepts to get my buyers fit to buy and fit to sell.
Can you describe, can you unpack what the fit to sell lifestyle, what that encompass, like what it looks like in practice?
So in practice, it just means getting your mental, because all this is mental before it becomes physical. Weight loss is mental, okay? Because you have to encourage yourself mentally to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Many days, I don't want to go to the gym. I just don't want to, but it became a habit. The same way every morning I get up, I go to my bathroom, wash my face, and do all my upkeep. That's a habit. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do it regardless without thinking about it. The gym is just like that. It's a habit. Whether I want to do it or not, it's part of my lifestyle now. So it's not even a choice anymore. It's a lifestyle. And that's what Fit to Sell is. It is a lifestyle. So when you give yourself an option, you give yourself an option to say no. I don't give myself an option. So Fit to Sell is not an option. When it comes to my real estate business, being a client of mine, if you are being a buyer and you want to be a buyer, we're not giving ourselves an option to say no. No, you're going to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to do. If you have committed to yourself, I'm going to be a buyer and this is what I'm going to do, that's the option. We're not going to say, well, if it, no,
Mm-hmm.
because the thing of it is, we can't control what happens in the world around us.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we have control of is what we do. We can't worry about interest rates because interest rates are going to be interest rates. We can't
Mm-hmm.
talk about the interest rates of yesteryear
Yep.
or what's going to happen next year because that's out of our control. The only thing we can control is our spending habits and be ready when the time is right.
Mm-hmm.
With my sellers, we can't control buyers and what they will buy and what they won't buy. The only thing that we can control is that our house is up to par,
Mm-hmm.
that everything looks pristine for when that perfect buyer for us comes in. So we're not giving ourselves an option
Mm-hmm.
for us not to be ready when the market is for us, when the cars align for us. So
Mm-hmm.
fit to sell, that's what I said, it's a lifestyle. Lifestyles are not about options, it's about being ready. Like I said, when you're ready, you don't have to get ready because you're already ready. We're already ready. So for me, if somebody invited me, let's just say, to a grandiose event tomorrow night,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to say, oh, well, I need to go do a fast tomorrow to be able to fit into this dress because I'm already ready. Because
Mm-hmm.
I go to the gym 5 days a week. So I can fit into any dress I want because it's a lifestyle. So
Yep.
it's always being ready. Or I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to say, oh, well, let me go do XYZ or let me go buy this expensive dress because I've already prepared my closet with all the different outfits that I know I'm going to need because I already go to events like this. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm prepared for the lifestyle that I know I want to lead because I'm fit to sell. Fit to sell is just about being ready for whatever occasion might populate itself in the lifestyle that you have created for you.
I like that. I think I literally just wrote that down. I'll be making sure I actually put that in bold in our video as well too. Being prepared for the lifestyle. I think that's really, really important. Um, so I promise no curveballs, but I do have a question that's in alignment with this.
Okay.
So as you're saying in regards to being prepared for the actual lifestyle as well, what do you do? Because I think I heard someone, this didn't come from you, but I heard someone say something about like you can only get so far off willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when willpower is, I don't want to necessarily say the word failing, but like when that choice area, right? I feel like you kind of maybe answered it already. It's that concept of not giving yourself a choice to fail. It's kind of what it's kind of seeming like. Am I correct? Am I taking that correctly?
Yeah, because it all comes down to willpower is kind of like willpower is very abstract. You have to
Mm-hmm.
execute.
Mm-hmm.
It's about execution. So, yeah, I have willpower, but will I execute on it? So, that's what I mean about the lifestyle, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it regardless. It's not an option. It's not an option. When people go to work every day for their 9 to 5 job, if they don't have any off days, they don't have an option for taking off. They're going to get up, they're going to go to work, unless
Yep.
they're going to get fired.
Yep.
And if you don't want to get fired, you're going to go to work.
That desire has to
So,
be higher than what the other outcome would in fact be. That
yes.
makes sense.
Yeah. And that's how it is with Fit to Sell. Like I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to go back because I'm not on medication for like hormonal imbalances anymore. Once I changed my lifestyle and I started eating properly, I got the right amount of fiber. I take my supplements. I take my probiotics every day. Oh, and also now other brands, supplement brands, they hire me to promote their supplements on social media.
Full
I'm
circle all
now
over
full
again.
circle. I didn't add that in. Now I'm a content creator. I get paid thousands of dollars just to now promote other supplements to people that were going through hormonal problems that I went through. So maybe God had me to go through those hormonal problems so I could become my own doctor to create the habits that I have now that now I can go to. And one thing about me, I don't promote any supplement that I would not try or have not tried. But they give you samples or
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the ingredients like, you know what? Let me research this. What? So if you see me promoting something,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not promoting anything with fillers or anything that I would not take or have not taken myself because I'm not about to sell anybody something that I know to be crap
Yep.
I know to go cause you sickness or
Mm-hmm.
illness because I done been there before.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you see my name behind is something that I believe in. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, so full circle moment again. What I said earlier, a flaw, hormonal imbalances, weight gain, acne, everything that you would think would be a flaw has now become a career, another career for me as a content creator.
Amen, amen to that. You had talked about fiber and probiotics, right? Can you explain what is about? I need to know this. Maybe the audience already knows this, but it's just my inquiry of this. What is a probe? Is that the same thing as the thing I've heard of a prebiotic? Is that the
So
same thing?
they are kind of the same thing. So your
Uh-huh.
immune system is in your stomach.
Yes.
So probiotics is for gut health. So this is where all your food and everything is like digested. So prebiotic and a probiotic they go together. Sometimes you need a prebiotic, but probiotics are what breaks down your food. Most people have leaky gut syndromes.
I've
Leaky
heard of
gut is
that
like
before.
yeah, when your gut does not close back in when you're eating, and then you have like the acid going back into
Mm-hmm.
your bloodstream, and that's going to cause your body to like try to fight it off. And then when your body fight things off, your body start getting inflamed,
And
which is
flame. Yep.
supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
because that's your body flight or fight response to like foreign
Mm-hmm.
particles. But when your body's getting inflamed, it's going to cause you like to gain weight, and then your cortisol going to like get up, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But probiotic closes those things off. So prebiotics, yeah, it's like another type of a probiotic that you can take before prebiotic. But
Mm-hmm.
what I take, I don't want to name a brand, but I
That's okay.
take one that has a prebiotic and probiotic made in it together.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't necessarily need a prebiotic unless you really have really bad gut problems.
Mm-hmm.
But a probiotic, everyone should be taking, I won't say everyone, but most people should be taking a probiotic
Mm-hmm.
because most people do have leaky gut syndromes. If I would say if 100% of your audience did a test, 89% of them will probably have some type of leaky gut
Mm-hmm.
system because of the food we eat, the
Mm-hmm.
grains we eat.
Now it
It's like
scratches and it has the
brain.
particles and stuff to it that adheres and
Yes.
scratches the thin layers
Hmm.
that we in fact have as well too.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Unless you're growing your own food with some type of special grain, then maybe you don't have it. But if you're buying food from the grocery stores that we all buy food from, then probably you probably have something going on with your body.
Well, I appreciate that breakdown. I'm about to say because I was like I heard you say probiotic earlier. I'm like I have what maybe offline, but I'm like I might not be the only one that asked
Yeah.
that. Okay. So did you face any skepticism or any pushback when you were merging fitness, when you came with this idea, when you as you've come with this mindset and merging the real estate and like how have you in fact handled it?
Oh, yes. A lot of people say, oh, you're doing too much. I don't understand the correlation. Like, what is it a fitness brand? Are you teaching people how to exercise? But okay, I can understand the confusion, but
Mhm,
it's fine because when everything is new, it's always confusion. It's innovative. And I just
mhm,
continue on because I know with any new product, people are going to be skeptical, but I don't care.
mhm,
We learn to accept everything. So I just continue to push forward to promote my brand on social media.
mhm,
Every Friday, I give out free real estate advice called Fits Friday, and it
mhm,
continues to pick up. People like, oh, I understand it now. Because the thing of it is, this here that you see right here, this is
mhm,
my house. That's your house.
mhm,
Our house is our body.
mhm,
So that's the correlation that I want people to understand. The house that we're living in is our body. This is our body that we will never get rid of. And we
right.
have to keep this body fit. The house that I'm selling you, that's the house that you have the option to keep or to sell. That
Mhm,
one can come and go. But the one that is with you all the time is the one that you really need to be concerned about. And so
mhm,
that's why I want people to understand that is what my message. I'm teaching you not only how to get the house that I'm selling you, the physical building, in shape,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that at the same time, as well as teaching you how to get the one that you live in every day,
Mm-hmm.
how to keep that one in shape as well. Because you need this one to be in shape in order to sell you that one over there, or even to live in that one over there. So it's the same thing. This body needs to live in that house over there.
That makes sense. So, can you tell me how people can begin to rewrite their mindset, whether that's in regards to fitness, uh, body imagery, and or, of course, in regards to being fit to actually purchase, sell, a home?
To rewrite your mind, to rewrite your mindset,
Yes.
consistency. That's my keyword for today. Consistency. And also be prepared for a season of isolation, because isolation is going to require change, and reinvention is going to require change as well. Because when you're rewriting yourself and getting rid of the old and embracing the new, a lot of people will not understand it. And you should not have to feel like you have to explain yourself to people. Okay. Because disappear and come back. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going to say. When you really get ready to change, sometimes you might have to take a social media break.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to take a phone break, a text break, and just do the change. Do the change in isolation. Because right now, I would say I'm kind of in an isolation part of my life. Like, I have a few friends that I talk with, I have my family that I talk with. But as far as me, just like being out and about, I focus on my business. I focus on like moving to the next chapter in my life. But a lot of the big things that I'm working on now, I do it in isolation, because when you have a lot of people in your ear, it's kind of hard to change because you have a lot of different opinions. This person telling you this, that person telling you that, and then you start trying to mix in what other people are saying, and then now your thoughts are not your thoughts anymore. You're like, well, should I do this? Or they did have a good point here. And
Yep.
now you don't really know what to do anymore. So just disappear and come back, and then
Mm-hmm.
they will accept you. If they don't, then find other people. It's billions of people in this world. Just because you know 20 people right now, maybe those were the 20 people you needed in that stage of your life, and then you're going to meet the new people in the next stage of your life. Don't be afraid to elevate to new people once you elevate to the new version of yourself either.
Mm-hmm. I truly resonate with that because I'll say, like, for example, my best friend, we've been best friends since I was 11 years old. Her name is Jessica. And I kid you not, through every, I'm gonna say, phase and through every trajectory part of my life of me trying to elevate, my best friend has been there, like my number one fan. Like, I mean, rooting for me, anything that I want to do, she's like, go for it. I believe in you. How can I help? What can I do? Because she's a
Mhm.
photographer herself. She's like, can I? She's like, what you need? You're not paying me anything. You need headshots. What do you need? I got you. Like, everything I do, she's excited for me, and I just
Absolutely.
want and I wish that everybody would be blessed to have people in their life like that. My village has come with so many. So I've had, let me say it this way, I've had such an amazing village, but I do also understand that part of seasons.
Yeah.
I understand that aspect of where I've had certain people be like, "Oh, you doing something else again?" Yes,
Hmm.
because I don't give up. Because if something
Hmm.
didn't work, I'm gonna try something different until it
Exactly.
does. I throw the paint until something stick.
Hmm.
That's just who I've always, like, literally been. My best friend literally be calling me Blues Clues. I kid you.
Yep.
I'll give you a funny example of something that's completely irrelevant but funny nonetheless. Amazon had dropped off a package for a story time that I was doing. And they dropped it off at the wrong apartment. Wasn't even in my complex. You do know that I looked and I literally looked at the picture, identified it, knocked on different doors until I found out which apartment building the thing was in, rang all doorbells so I can get in and get my package. Okay.
Oh wow.
That's the kind of person I am. I don't believe in no.
Yes. You shouldn't. As you should not. Nope.
But yeah, so I mean, I truly resonate with that, and I definitely think that part when you were talking about the season of certain people in your life and isolation. Isolation, I
Mm-hmm.
want to say for everybody, men and women, isolation is not fun. I'm just being very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun, but it is so well needed and
Mm-hmm.
deserving to yourself to give.
Yeah.
I've had my best thinking processes in that space of just silence,
Mm-hmm.
turning that phone off, no TV, no nothing, no drama
Yeah.
of anything, not listening to no kind of crazy music, just pure silence has given me
Mm-hmm.
the most clarity I could ever wish for. So I pray that people are able to also take that time to themselves too.
Exactly.
Can you let me know how has your Fit to Sell brand evolved since you launched it? And what's your long-term vision with your brand?
So my fit to sell has evolved because when I originally started it out, it was just fit to sell.
Yes.
But now it's fit to sell and fit to buy. And then we incorporated the slogan, making you fit to sell and buy. Well, making sure you're fit to sell and buy for today's market. So we launched the entire thing out. So that's definitely an involvement. Well, involved from just a fit to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And the long-term growth, we're planning to take this to television. So
Okay.
I plan on putting this on HGTV and doing a whole nother full circle moment
Mm-hmm.
because I want to get back on television now. I did the Food Network. We're trying to do like Discover Network because Discover Network owns like the cooking channel, which
Mm-hmm.
like owns like Optimum. Well, Optimum is like a production company, but they have
Yes.
like they own Worst Cooks and a lot of shows on the Cooking Network,
Mm-hmm.
which also I think Discover owns that. But I want to get back on that network
Yes.
with this show here.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely can see that. So if you can picture, I think Chip and what's his name? Chip and Diane. I can't remember the two. It's a husband and wife team. And they go to different houses and help get those houses. Kind of like a fix and flip type
Is it like
show.
Flip This House, I think? Is that
Yeah,
what you're talking
I
about?
think I don't know that the name, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, it's something similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I picture my show to be within the realm of that, but just using the concepts. So similar to what I do with my Fit Fridays, me giving out advice to different people,
Mm-hmm.
but just putting that on TV and adding some different nuances there. I don't want to give the whole show away, but using a Fit Friday format with some more sprinkle dust on there,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the next step I see for the fit to sell, fit to buy movement.
I think that would be, first of all, I would be tuning in. And
Thank you.
secondly, I think that would be absolutely amazing. I think that would be absolutely amazing because being able to see people start of them saying like, this is my thoughts of this home. So let's say someone's selling, this is my thoughts in regards to this home. This is kind of who I want this home to go to. This home has so many memories. This is another. And then you breaking it down to them, as you said earlier in this discussion, like, okay, well, we got to clean it up and here's why, and hearing
Mm-hmm.
their story of, maybe why are they hoarding so many things, and things as
Mm-hmm.
such, why are they holding so many family heirlooms and things as such. I think that would be very wholesome. And then also being able to see like the joy of that full circle piece, which is, hey, we've gone through the emotionality of this. We've gone through what your need is. I'm telling you what my needs in order to get you what you want, and then be able to see a full circle come together. I think that would be absolutely amazing. And then the
Yes.
same thing for a person who's a buyer, maybe a person, as you said, you work with people who have credit issues and things as such, because
Mm-hmm.
people superficially always think like, if I don't have a 600, 700, I can never be, a homeowner. You're like, no, that's not true. There's just some
Mm-hmm.
habits and things such that you need to either stop and or start, in
Yes.
order to get here. So I think seeing that full circle as well too. Everybody loves a comeback story. Everybody, everybody loves a good
Exactly.
show
Yes.
like that. People
Mm-hmm.
are rooting for people. So I think
Yes.
that would be absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about success and or reinvention as we're talking about it?
A lot of people are still stuck in the mindset that you have to have one title. Like, I'm a teacher, I'm a judge, I'm a lawyer, period. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So when I come, I'm a slash, I'm an author, realtor, mogul, actress, blah, 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah. Like, huh? They're still confused. Okay, no, what do you do? I literally just told you what I do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why do you have this misconception that I have to give you one title and that's what I do?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that? Where's that written? And I tell students all the time, you don't have to just be one thing. If you want to be a princess, you be a princess. You find you a prince and you be a princess, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to keep that dreaming alive. See,
Mm-hmm.
why is it? This is what, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting
No,
emotional.
it's okay.
I'm
Come
getting
on.
emotional.
Come on. That's what we're here for. Come on.
I'm getting emotional because I love how kids dream.
Mm-hmm.
A child will tell you, I'm gonna be an astronaut and I'm gonna fly in space and then I'm gonna be a prince. And it makes my heart burst with joy
Mm-hmm.
because they see limitless possibilities.
Yep.
And us adults, we put ourselves in a box.
Yep.
I'm gonna work this 9 to 5 for 30 years and I'm gonna get a ring and then I'm gonna go retire and that's it. Why do we do that? When do we stop dreaming? When do we stop believing in ourselves and think that things are possible? Who tells us that when you get 18, you have to go to college and then you have to do this and you have to do that for 30 years and that's it?
Mm-hmm.
When do we go from wanting to be a princess to want to do a 9 to 5 for 50 years and that's it? Where is the divide? Where does it stop?
I feel like that can come from like ancestral upbringing as well too. So like for example, in my because I'm actually in a business class now, and I we actually just discussed something like this. That concept of the saying used to be that you made it if you get a good job, you work for the state, you get a 401k, you end with a pension. That's the
Oh,
goal, right? But you've heard this before, right?
I've heard it.
So
Yeah.
that's the actual goal. And so as you were saying, like, where did our princesses go? Where did our princes go? Where did our kings go? Where did our queens go? They work 9 to 5s now. That's what happened. They work 6 to 4, and unfortunately, are giving more time to these jobs than they give to their families and these kids. That's what's in fact happening. And I would be remiss, right, and hypocritical if I said that I did not live that mindset for quite a few years of my life. That I did not own that mindset of like, oh no, like I'm doing the best I can do is be a CEO somewhere. That's the best I can do is being a CEO of someone else's company.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
best, and that means I've achieved Black greatness because look
Mm-hmm.
at me, look at this title I have, look at these
Mm-hmm.
things, and not
Mm-hmm.
even understanding until in my case God cleared that whole entire slate off and said start over.
Yeah.
That's not what I told you to do. I don't care how much education you got. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
not what I told you to do. I
Yeah.
told you to go ahead and do this. And unfortunately, since you want to be hard headed, you're gonna go through a little pain first. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you greater later.
Yes.
And so I truly resonate with that. But yeah, that is that's where they're at. That's where they're at. And it's just so sad because I think that we both have worked in education and work in education,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that concept of understanding I am, for example, in my case, I am an author as well. I am a content creator. I'm an educator. I am a coach. I'm a consultant. Like I can do so many things. But what you
Mm-hmm.
also learn in business, and at least the classes that I've been in as well too, and I'm not saying they're wrong, but when they say, well, when you branding yourself, what are you branding yourself as? You need to choose one. And I'm like, but why? Why do I have to
Mm-hmm.
choose one? I like every part of me.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to? Now I understand branding in regards to people like finding things that are easy to
Mm-hmm.
locate because of people's capacities and things and such. So I get that
Mm-hmm.
part. But like, I want to be a princess. I want to be at the
Mm-hmm.
tallest tower.
Yes.
I want to have horses. I want, just
Mm-hmm.
metaphorically, being fairy tale-ish. But like, why can't you have this and that? Why can't it be both and?
Yes.
You know,
And I believe
so
that.
so I truly understand. But I think that's been lost in our time now. And slowly but surely it's getting It's getting dwindled away by narrow-mindedness is what I'll say, because you even can, like, you may have heard it in classrooms as well too, when children do say, hey, I want to be a doctor, and a teacher will so naively say, no, choose one.
Oh my God, yes.
And
Oh my
it's like,
God.
no, you don't have
I
to choose
never did
anything. You
that.
can be, look,
Yes.
Doc McStuffins the teacher. you
Look,
know.
yes, yes. I never make them choose. Never. Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
no. Never kill a child's hope and dreams. Never. Mm-hmm.
Yes, trust me, I completely understand.
Yeah.
Um, in an industry that's fast paced and competitive, we talked about you being grounded and things and such, but what does self care look like?
Hmm.
Because
For
you do
me,
so much. So how do you care for yourself?
I care for myself. I'm gonna say I gotta go back to what I said earlier. Nutrition and exercise, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
because I gotta keep my physical being top notch. Because if
Mm-hmm.
I am not feeling the best,
Mm-hmm.
I'm no good for nobody else. I
Yeah.
gotta make sure that I'm good.
Right.
And I do that. I don't get enough sleep. Look, I'm working on that. I don't get enough sleep. Ooh, I don't get enough sleep. But besides that, I'm really big on nutrition and things that I eat. And
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm not a good cook, like we
Mm-hmm.
already established that. And let me talk about this for all the people who are not good. You don't have to be a good cook to eat healthy. You don't. You don't. Because what I'm saying, most of the stuff I eat raw, I don't cook. But it's a lot of places that you can go and buy stuff that are already prepared for you. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about, how you put something, and it's not expensive. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg either. But nutrition and
Mm-hmm.
exercise, that's how I care for myself. Also, I'm very selective of what I watch on television.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I don't bring drama into my life. And I know I'm gonna sound like, very, I don't want to say judgmental, but a lot of the shows that a lot of people know about, I don't know about. I may know that they exist because I'm scrolling social media,
Yeah.
but I've never seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only show that I consistently watch is like a soap opera. When I say soap opera, I mean a literal soap opera, like from the 90s. And that's because
You
it's
mean like General
sentimental.
Hospital?
Days of Our Lives, girl.
Days right.
Days of Our Lives, honey. Because I grew
I
up
was
on it.
close. I was
You were
close.
close. You were close. That's why I said a literal soap opera, not one of the
Mm-hmm.
ones that, saying people, oh, this is, no, I'm talking about soap opera, honey, from back
Okay.
in the day. Because I grew up on it and it's sentimental from like my past relatives, my mama watch it, and I watch
Mm-hmm.
it. That's the only reason I watch that show, but that's the only show that I consistently keep up with. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Besides business shows on CNBC and stuff like that, there's no
Mm-hmm.
other show because just like kids, I said, they're sponges. What you consume is what you bring into your life. I mean, I watch
Mm-hmm.
the news and stuff like that, but as far as like all these dramas and stuff, I don't want to know what's going on in these other people's life because I don't need that in my life. First of all, I don't have time to watch what
Mm-hmm.
other people got going on. I don't have time. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful that those actors have jobs and stuff like that, but I'm trying to get my own jobs going on. I don't have time to watch that right now. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're an entrepreneur, you don't have time to watch
You
that
don't
either.
have time.
Yeah, you got to spend your time building your brand.
Mm-hmm.
So self-care means building your brand. So when you do have time to relax watching something that's going to ease your mind, not bring drama into your life. Because I know as an entrepreneur, we want to relax too.
Mm-hmm.
But be careful with what you watch. I'm trying to tell you, don't watch them shows all that drama. Well, this baby daddy did this and his mm-mm, mm-mm,
It's
mm-mm.
protected. It's called protecting your energy.
Yes,
I've
yes,
definitely heard that, and it's I do believe in energy. That if you watch, it's some of the music that you listen to, it's some of the
yes.
things that you watch on TV. Something that I had to learn with time, and also with my partner I have now. Silence is golden. I
Oh,
mean, my significant other is about 7 years older than me. Yeah, like 7 years older than me. And when I tell you, like, he enjoys silence. And when we first met, I was like, "Who just want to be quiet? Like,
that's
I
me.
want to go out. I want to do these things. I want to go." And like he's all for doing things. But when I tell you I ain't perfect yet, but I have been learning to be still, be calm, and know that there's nothing wrong with stillness and just relaxing. And when I
Mhm.
tell you, it's just been very, very refreshing because I've always, as a working within corporate settings, working as a childcare director, working as a teacher before, working as an education manager, as you know, you on the go.
Oh,
You're on
yes.
the go, you're working
Yes.
all kind of hours and things and such. When you get home, you trying to find something to entertain yourself. Now you didn't watch the wrong thing, you wake up with the wrong energy or go to sleep with the
Mm-hmm.
wrong energy.
Yep.
Like it really does matter. And especially if it comes to you were talking about TV, also with music.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to something that gets you, I will not lie. I do love some type of rap music, but rap music's not the same anymore.
No, it's not.
And I just I don't relate to, I don't have no beef with nobody.
Right.
Like I know it
Exactly.
sounds silly, but like that's the truth. I'll listen to songs, but like I don't have no ops. Hold on. Like I can't maybe this wasn't meant for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, like
Yep.
so as I've gotten a little older, that's kind of what I've in fact ran into as I'm listening to more. I hate saying the word secular, because I would be remiss if I say and acted like I didn't grow up on it. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean I understand it, I get it, I can definitely like a good beat. But like it's gotten real, real bad now. I don't know what
Oh,
this
yeah, it has.
I wanted to say it could get no worse from years ago, and it definitely has.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know where it's gonna
Bad.
go next.
Mm.
Um, but I'm gonna also put on here that sleep is important, even though Kimberly's not getting as much. We're
I'm
definitely gonna
not.
put sleep is
Yeah,
important to in fact get.
it is.
Um, okay, so what's next for Kimberly? What is next for you? And like what does your next chapter for you look like?
Well, continuing to build my real estate brand. I'm working on different projects. I'm continuing to outsource a lot of my different projects. So I am learning that delegation is important because the old Kimberly, I will take on the world and I'm one
Mm-hmm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
And I have learned that a smart boss, a smart CEO like myself understand that you have to hire people,
Yes.
because you're not competent in everything. That's why we have people that are more competent than you are in
Mm-hmm.
other aspects. So I right now have my lawyer working on some projects that she's better equipped to handle. So I don't have to be equipped to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am just right now chilling because I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to deal with that. So
Mm-hmm.
I am learning to pay people to deal with some things that I don't have to deal with. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy in that aspect. So right now I'm just continuing to build my brand and working on more real estate deals. And if you have some deals,
Mm-hmm.
send them my way. And although I am based in Atlanta as a realtor, I do have an investment company called Worthy Real Acquisitions LLC that I do work with investors nationwide with the
Mm-hmm.
real estate investments, and I help those people acquire real estate investment loans. So even if you're in Chicago or different places, I can still help you acquire real estate investment loans. I do investments nationwide in the U.S. So you can still contact me for those as well.
Well, that's amazing. I'm about to say actually, so I actually will be, I should say, this Tuesday will be my last day in that class, and graduating. But
Congrats.
Sunshine Enterprises based in Chicago does a program where you go through your introduction in regards to business. They teach you your finance and things like that to get your things all set. Then you go to the business accelerated portion that actually has it where you do like 90-day coaching and things and such. So I will definitely be sending your information over to them
Thank
for them
you.
to see if that is something, some type of partnership or connection can be made there, because they're always trying to have people who are expertise in their field
Mm-hmm.
for what someone is in fact going in. And yes,
Oh,
Lord, see
yeah.
the Lord and through the sunlight. See, I'm doing it right,
I
Lord.
know it's beautiful over
It just
there.
did all those. I'm doing okay.
Yes.
Yes, Lord, I heard you. Yep, I did. See, I was good. I listened.
Let's see. Yes.
um okay, so I want to ask like a final question. Say, if you can look back and speak to the younger version of yourself, that little girl who didn't know where she was going to be going or what she was going to be doing, and who also unfortunately was bullied, what would you tell her? in regards to who you are today?
I would tell her that you can do it and you are enough. You can do it alone. You don't need to be a part of that crew. You don't need those people. Like, you are more than capable of speaking up for yourself and going forward. And it's okay. It's okay to feel like you don't belong and fit in. One day, those people are going to be begging to be in your presence. They're
That
going to
part.
be begging to be your friend. They're going to see you on TV and they're going to say, I knew her. And they're not going to be able to access you. They're not going to be able to even talk to you. So it's okay. Just laugh. Laugh right now because one day you're going to have the last laugh.
That keyword access. I love that.
Hmm.
Access highlight. So,
Access denied.
right, access denied.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
Miss Kimberly, I want to thank you so much for this discussion. Telling us your truth, building the capacity of myself and of course my audience as well. Because there are a million things, because you are so multifaceted, that you could have been doing today. And I really do truly appreciate you giving me your time. You are such a wonderful spirit. You have such a great energy. And you're just such a humble and authentic person.
Thank
I
you. I
love it. I
appreciate
love
it.
it. So, Miss Kimberly D. Worthy is proof that you can reinvent yourself without losing your authenticity. Keyword audience, authenticity. That your story can have many chapters and each one can serve a different kind of purpose. So, from poetry to property, from teaching to transformation, she shows us that the true measure of worthiness isn't in fame or success, it's in alignment, courage, and faith in our own evolution. As always, thank you for turning in to Surviving and Thriving the Black Experience. Until next time, everybody, remember, thriving isn't about perfection. Again, it's not about perfection, it's about persistence. And, like Kimberly said, consistency. So, from Surviving and Thriving the Black Experience with Candace Renee, thank you so much and keep writing your stories. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Kimberly.
You're welcome. Thank you.